Welcome, digital explorers, to an essential chapter in your SEO mastery journey. It's on-page SEO optimization. Today we're honing in on essential techniques that transform good content into great search engine optimized web pages. So let's go. Let's start optimizing. In this video, we are going to optimize 10 essential elements that you can find on a page. Here is a full list. As you can see, we have every single element. And if you think it's not advanced enough, don't worry. We'll have more in the second part. Let's start with optimizing title tags. The title tag is the headline of your SEO story. It's what stands between a user's query and the click to your content. So let's optimize a title tag for homemade dog treat recipes. I'll ask ChatGPT. Craft a compelling title tag for a page with the primary keyword homemade dog treat recipes in 50 to 60 characters. Offer 10 options. Notice how I inserted the character limit of the title tag. And also, I want to be able to choose not to have to type 10 times my prompt. So I asked for 10 options all at once.
Okay, so we have very interesting results here. We absolutely want to maintain homemade dog treat recipes as one keyword. So we don't want it to be divided. And unfortunately, on some of the options, we don't have that. Like for example, we have homemade dog snack recipes, so we don't have the keyword, or we have homemade dog treats, so that's not the whole keyword either. But we have this example, which is nice, 35 plus easy homemade dog treat recipes for happy pups. So this one is really good. Also this one, homemade dog treat recipes your pet will love. But as you can see, we already have like the number here. So that's really what we want. We are going to select this one.
So we have an optimized title that really clarifies the page's content and also captures attention. And is this specificity that invites clicks by promising value. Meta descriptions are your pitch to potential visitors. They summarize the page's content in a way that compels clicks. They appear here on Google, so they need to be catchy. Now let's generate a meta description for the same topic. I'll prompt ChatGPT. Write a keyword-rich meta description for 140 to 150 characters for an article about homemade dog treat recipes. Include a call to action at the end. Offer 10 options. Once again, I want to respect the character limit of the meta description tag. Plus, I want it to attract clicks, so I optimized it with a call to action.
So once again, that's very interesting. What we can see is that, for example, the first one is great because we have discover the base homemade dog treat recipes, start baking now, the call to action here. We have the character limit that is respected, so that's great. Also, we need to keep some words simple, so no need to use unlock, whip up, that kind of thing. Maybe just use give your dog the gift of homemade treats, start now, which is a great call to action. And the last one would be, for example, create unforgettable moments with your pet, begin now, which is great. So for example, number 1, number 6, and number 8 are very nice. We can use that for our page.
Next, we have the header tags. These are the headings that you have on a page and that you need to classify to have a coherent content to offer to users. Header tags are the backbone of your content's structure, making it skimmable and improving user experience. I'll show how to structure an article with headers. Here goes our prompt to ChatGPT. Outline an article about homemade dog treat recipes using H1, H2, and H3 tags. And there you go. Each header breaks down the content into digestible chunks, guiding readers and search engines through the article's flow, enhancing both readability and SEO. Of course, you can optimize this, switch the order, and ask for additional sections. But you already have a good foundation. Now that we figured the titles, description, and headings, let's move to the content itself. We have primary keywords, yes, but secondary keywords like LSI keywords for latent semantic indexing. And long-tail keywords can help you capture a broader audience by matching varied search intents. Let's find these complementary keywords for our dog treat article. Prompt to ChatGPT, list LSI and long-tail keywords for an article focused on homemade dog treat recipes. And now we can incorporate these into our content to naturally address more specific queries, potentially drawing in more targeted traffic. Okay, now let's see how we can optimize images. One important thing is that images enrich content, but search engines can't see images. Alt attributes and file names help bridge that gap. We've seen that in our previous videos, so I'll ask ChatGPT to generate alt text for an image of a homemade dog biscuit. Provide optimized file name and alt text for an image featuring a homemade dog biscuit. So what we get is a descriptive file name and alt text like this, and this improves accessibility and SEO by providing context to search engines. After this, we want to improve readability to make your content accessible and enjoyable for every reader. That's part of user experience, so that's important for rankings. To illustrate, I'll ask ChatGPT, break down complex information from this article about dog nutrition into short, readable paragraphs. Here is the article. And I'll paste my article. What I get is a more simple article with shorter paragraphs, shorter sentences, so that's a win because my user won't be overwhelmed with all this. Page speed is critical for SEO and user experience. Slow pages deter visitors and harm rankings. So we absolutely need to know what to optimize and how. Like if we absolutely knew nothing about it. Let's get tips on reducing load times. I'll prompt ChatGPT, give me 10 actions to achieve to get faster page speeds on a pet adoption website.
So the first one is to optimize images, enable caching, or use a CDN. So these are standard solutions, but you can see that even with standard solutions, you can do great things because this is what is going to give you an advantage on your competitors.
Now, with the majority of searches on mobile devices, your site must perform flawlessly across all screens. Let's see how ChatGPT can help. I'll ask ChatGPT for a checklist. What are key elements to ensure mobile responsiveness for a pet care blog? So we can see that responsive design, readable font sizes, and accessible menus are non-negotiable for mobile users. As a complement, you can also use Google's mobile friendly test for insights on your site's mobile performance. Another way to boost your content's visibility in search results is by presenting it as rich snippets. And for that, you need to use schema markup. Schema markup is a code that you put on your website to help search engines understand the content better. Think of it as adding extra labels to your website's information to make it easier for search engines to organize and display it in a useful way. Complicated? That's why ChatGPT is here. For practical advice, I'm going to use WebPilot, and I'll ask, give me the schema markup I should use to enhance visibility for this URL and where I should put the extra code. And I'll paste my URL And as you can see, we get a full schema markup code ready to use, and WebPilot even tells us where we should place it on our page. Isn't it beautiful? Next, another underrated on-page optimization trick is to optimize your URLs. Because URLs are not just links, they're opportunities for keyword integration and improving user understanding. Let's improve them. To create SEO-friendly URLs, I'll ask ChatGPT. Generate an SEO-friendly URL for an article about homemade dog treats. What we get is a URL like /homemade dog treats recipes, which is clear, concise, and keyword rich. This is great because this will reinforce the content's topic and make it easier for search engines and users to understand what you talk about.
Alright, we now have 10 great on-page optimization mechanisms that we activated with ChatGPT. So as you can see, this does not have to be complicated, but more importantly, remember that optimization is an ongoing process. Regularly applying these strategies and monitoring their impact will drive continuous improvement, and really, that's what you need in SEO. In the next video, we'll see 10 more advanced techniques to make you part of the 1% in terms of optimization, so see you there.